Hi guys, and welcome back to another video in my monthly series where I talk about what the weather is like in Toronto, so that those of you who are planning to move here this month or just travel to Toronto can get an idea of what to expect here and what to bring, what kind of clothes to prepare, and so on. So this April, I would say, is kind of crazy. I mean, if I talk about March, I can definitely say that March is winter and you should just bring your winter gear with you. And I mean, June, July is obviously summer, but April is a bit weird. April is a bit of a mix and you don't really know what to expect. If April were a person, I would say that it didn't know what it wanted. Yeah, so today is really warm. Today is 22 degrees and the high was actually 24 degrees. Okay, the sun is shining so bright on me, so I'm gonna put my glasses back on. So yeah, it's 22 degrees and it actually feels like 22 degrees. And as you can see, I'm at Hyde Park now. And the weird thing is that although it's pretty warm, the trees haven't actually blossomed yet. So they're still kind of naked, still kind of like winter trees. But the great thing about that is that my pollen allergy hasn't acted up yet. So that's also something that you need to be prepared for if you visit Toronto, Canada in the month of April. So there will be more pollen than in the month of March, and if you're susceptible to hay allergies, then you will feel it. Anyways, I would say that in the month of April, there are actually two kind of weather combos, if you will, to expect. So the first one is the weather combo where the low is around 10 degrees Celsius and the high is around 22 degrees, 22, 23 degrees Celsius like it is today. And that's kind of like summer weather. And for that, you can just wear a t-shirt like I do, and I'm just wearing joggers today, no jacket. It's way too warm for a jacket. But then you also have the other combo where on some days the low is around 0 degrees or 3 degrees Celsius and the high is 11 degrees. And that kind of weather is more like March weather. So what kind of clothing should you bring? I mean, if you live here in Toronto, then obviously you can just pull any clothing you need for the day out of your closet. But if you're traveling here and you don't want to bring so much stuff with you, then it becomes a bit more challenging. So what I would do, I would definitely not bring a jacket that has down feathers, because that would kind of be an overkill. I mean, to be honest, every year, as far as I can remember, in the month of April, there would be one day perhaps where it snowed. I know it's really weird that you have snow in April, but I remember it very distinctly. Usually there's one day where you have snow, and I think even this year, I think toward the end of April, you will also experience that one day where you have some snow, although very light, but you still need to be prepared for that. So I would still bring a jacket, but just make it something very lightweight. A lightweight jacket that is windproof, because although it's getting warmer now, sometimes when you go for a walk, you will still feel the wind blowing in your face and it can get really cold around your ears. So if you don't want to bring a hat, especially, then having just a lightweight jacket that has a nice hood on it, that will actually do. And in terms of shoes, so as you can see here, I'm just wearing sneakers, regular sneakers. So I think that's enough for the month of April. I would not particularly recommend you to bring any boots, especially winter boots, especially if you don't have a lot of space in your suitcase. I would just go for sneakers, but I think the weather is not quite ready for sandals yet. I mean, today, obviously, at 22, 24 degrees Celsius, you could wear sandals, but the thing is that the weather is just not, the temperatures are just not that stable yet. So I would just go with sneakers, and don't make your socks too thick. So just go with lightweight crew socks. I think, yeah, that would be the best. Yeah, so apart from that, I think if you're thinking about coming to Toronto, visit Toronto in the month of April, it's a very nice time to do that. It definitely feels much more springy, much more like summer, starting to get really warm. And I would say that 60% of days in April could be t-shirt days or light hoodie days. Maybe 20%, 30% of those days are like more kind of winter days where you still need that jacket. And Yeah, one more point. So if you don't want to bring too much clothing with you, but you're someone who gets cold very easily, I would just recommend you to bring a lot of layers. So bring like a piece of innerwear, and then maybe a sweater or two, and then that lightweight jacket. So even though on some days the temperature drops to 0 degrees Celsius, which by the way is around 32 degrees Fahrenheit, you will still feel quite warm with that kind of layer. Okay guys, I hope that this video was useful to you and it helped you to get an idea about what the weather is like and how to prepare. So I'll see you again soon in another video in the month of May. Until then, take care and thanks for watching.